In a major push towards transforming Nagaland into a premium coffee production hub, the Government of India and the Government of Nagaland on Monday officially launched the ambitious cluster-based coffee value chain development in Nagaland pilot project. The launch was conducted virtually in Tupema and Gotovi by Union Minister for Development of Northeastern Region, Donor Jyotiraditya Scindia M. in the presence of Nipurio and senior state officials, representatives of the Coffee Board of India, farmers and stakeholders. Addressing the gathering, Scindia described the initiative as the beginning of a transformative journey that will establish coffee as the true USP of Nagaland while strengthening rural livelihoods. He emphasized that the Rs 49.48 crore project is not merely a scheme but a comprehensive effort to create as an integrated value chain from seed to cup. Chief Minister Yo in his address expressed gratitude to the Minister of Donor for extending support to Nagaland's coffee ambitions. He noted that coffee cultivation in the state has made substantial progress since its revival in 2014 to 15. Rio further stated that the project's emphasis on post-harvest infrastructure, branding and experimental coffee tourism would create new opportunities for youth and entrepreneurs. The proposed unified branding initiative, Coffee of Nagaland Taste of Eminence, aims to position Nagaland coffee as a premium, traceable, single-origin product in domestic and international markets. Officials said the success of the pilot cluster is expected to serve as a model for expansion across Nagaland and the wider northeast region.
Wheat is still fresh in our mind. So you have inaugurated the Regional Crafts Resource Center, and you have seen a lot of handloom handicrafts and flexible tools. You had also inaugurated so many projects of donor amounting to 40-50 crores, lake foundation stone and inaugurations. Your visit to us was a blessing indeed, and so you have taken time to visit and eat coffee by yourself in the farm. And also you decided that you will have coffee only in the coffee farm, which the farmers happily did, and we are all fascinated. I'm grateful to him for his generous support for the 20 projects concerning development of coffee in the state. As mentioned, amount of Rs 44.06 crores will be provided by donor and NDC to the Department of Land Resources of Nagaland for project cluster-based coffee value chain development in Nagaland. When we say coffee is the USP of Nagaland, we are not making claim. We are stating a fact that the Government of India has acknowledged and supported wholeheartedly. Nagaland has a long way since the revival of coffee plantations back in 2014-15. Today, coffee is no longer just an alternative crop. It is becoming a vehicle of sustainable property. Our farmers have shown remarkable resilience and interest. From just 21 metric ton in 2021-22, production has grown to nearly 73 metric ton in the year 2024-25. The potential before us is enormous. 50,000 hectares by 2047 under Viksit Nagaland. The project is designed exactly for that link by focusing on two well-chosen pilot clusters, as mentioned, Topema in Kohima district and Gotovi in Newland district. We are creating models of excellence, high-tech nurseries, well-insured quality plantation materials, modern post-harvest infrastructure, including 9 washing stations and roasteries, will add value at the farm gate, and the ambitious branding and marketing campaign will establish Coffee of Nagaland as a premium, traceable, single origin brand. The project also beautifully integrated experimental coffee tourism, farm stays where visitors can experience the journey from cherry to cup, which will create additional income streams for our youth and entrepreneurs while showcasing our rich cultural and travel heritage. Most importantly, this initiative will provide dignified livelihood, reduce dependence on wood cultivation, conservation of our forests, and protect our fragile hill ecology. It is truly a project of people, and by the people, of the people, and for the people. I assure all stakeholders that the government of Nagaland will provide all administrative and political support for timely and quality implementation. Department of Land Resources has been giving clear directions to ensure that every rupee is spent effectively and every beneficiary is empowered. To our farmers, this is your moment. Embrace the new technologies, participate in the training programs, and become brand ambassadors of Nagaland coffee. The world is ready to savor the unique flavor of our high-altitude showdown beans, the high-altitude coffee Arabica, and the lower-altitude of Robusta. Today, as we launch this project, we are not just planting coffee, we have plenty of hope, prosperity, and pride in our hills. I once again thank the Government of India and all participants for making this possible, particularly the Government Ministry and our Union Minister, the DG, who has personally come to the coffee fields, picked by himself and had coffee, and we will always cherish your visit to the coffee farms and mix up with the people. Let us work together to make Nagaland a name that resonates with excellence in coffee across the globe. Thank you and Jai Hind.
Capability of tea, coffee and spices across the length and breadth of our country. Since then, it's had a very, very deep impression on me. That was somewhere around 2009, 2010 when I was Minister of State in the Department of Commerce and Industry. And that capability of our country has risen to a global height under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. His resolve has always been that these 8 states represent not only the capability of India, but truly are the driving force and the engines of Viksit Bharat 2047. And each one of these 8 states have trailblazed a path of development and progress. The central government, under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, has been an active and very deeply involved partner in that journey as it has unfolded for the Ashtalakshmi. And that journey has comprised across major infrastructural fronts, major peace and tranquility fronts, major international fronts. And therefore, while we have been working assiduously, the Prime Minister has also always pushed us to look beyond the normal boundaries and look at new paradigms that can transform people's lives across the Ashtalakshmi, the 8 states. And with that in mind, a year and a half ago, we embarked on this journey. This journey of being able to identify a particular unique selling proposition for every state. It was extremely important to look at comparative and competitive advantages, and from that manthan, if you will, the Amrit has emerged for each one of our Ashtalakshmi states. Under the leadership of Chief Minister Nephew Rioji, he was very, very clear from the get-go that as far as Nagaland is concerned, he would like us to look at the area of coffee. And I recall, as he just mentioned, during my trips in December, when I was honored to be with him for the Hornbill Festival in his home village in Tufema in Kohima district. And I would like to thank him publicly for this. He very much, if you will, took me under his wing and made sure that I had a wonderful experience of every aspect of Naga culture. And that's something that has left a very, very deep impression in my heart. I also must say and profess that he is someone with whom we have shared a very long family relationship with, and therefore it was really heartwarming for me. And I remember during that trip, he very clearly told me that I must take you to a coffee plantation in my village and in my area. And I remember we went there, and we walked up the trodden path to look at the coffee plantations, to examine the different types and different varieties of coffee. We then picked from those bushes, and then he said to me, he said, come on, I'll teach you how to roast your own coffee and blend your own coffee. So in many ways, for those 45 minutes, he was my tutor. And whilst I was roasting the coffee and boiling the coffee, he was very clear that there must be excellence in every part of that stage. And I must say, we brewed a pretty good cup of coffee, which we then sat and enjoyed in the middle of the coffee plantation. And throughout that journey, we have looked at all our 8 states, from Kiwi in Arunachal Pradesh to Muga silk in Assam, to organic farming in Sikkim, to queen pineapple in Tripura, to miso ginger, to lacadong turmeric in Meghalaya, and coffee in Nagaland. And let me tell you all, ladies and gentlemen present here today, that this is just not the opening of another project, but there has been a lot of hard work that has gone behind conceptualizing this project. Both the Chief Minister and I and the Minister of State were very, very clear that we must bring all stakeholders on board, which means not only Government of Nagaland, which means not only donor, which means not only
Tejanyo Kietz, proprietor of Yes Coffee Nagaland. On behalf of the entrepreneurs here, I would like to sincerely thank the Minister of Donor and the Government of Nagaland and all departments involved for taking up this project. We are truly grateful for your vision, support, and commitment towards empowering local farmers and promoting the growth of Nagaland coffee. We look forward to the positive impact this project will bring to our communities and the future of the coffee in the region, especially the support towards road infrastructure to access farms and transport product efficiently, processing, value addition, and market development, which will greatly strengthen the coffee sectors in Nagaland and create sustainability opportunities to many livelihoods. Wishing this project a great success and create a bright future for all. Why? Because we are just starting up right now, and as coffee lovers and coffee growers and an entrepreneur, seeing our coffee community and our Nagaland people, we really love coffee and enjoy that, as well as growers and farmers, we're enjoying what we're doing. So I see a bright future of it and growing a lot of it.